r/ask Reddit, how has inflation affected your lifestyle? Also make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy. Less takeouts, more cooking at home. We're mindful of the offers different stores have and take advantage of them. We're buying in bulk when we can. No more Starbucks, it was shitty anyways. Ebooks over hardbacks. Public transportation over Uber/cabs. Planning vacations according to when it's cheaper to go/stay at the selected destination. More cooking at home for sure. Eating out is so expensive. I get low-key pissed off every time I buy food. It's not as bad here as some of the other parts of the world, but you can really tell some items grew more expensive solely due to corporate greed. I'm talking locally grown/made basics that used to cost practically nothing. I also no longer buy clothes unless there's a very large discount and the item is something I'd been looking at for a while. Somehow everything is either way too crappy in quality, it feels as if the entirety of mass market went straight to hell, or way too expensive. I get $5 for a dozen eggs because of avian flu and less chickens. But $5 for a can of soup makes me rage. Looking at you, Progresso. No heating, no lights on, don't use electronic equipment, carpool with my brother even though we both waste over an hour each per day due to schedule and location differences, making commute 4 hours, no buying fresh vegetables, only buy meat on sale, haven't bought clothes in like a year, there will be no vacation days this year, as I need to get that paid out, and scared shitless for November when my house loan is reformulated with new percent fees and stuff. It's not going well. Tried to sell stuff, but no one is buying. It will get better, I hope, smiley face. Edit, not all of it all of the time. I do play Skyrim about once a week, and I still shower in warm water, so it's not as bad as that made it sound. What are you selling? More anxiety about how I can even afford to live in the future and whether I should make plans that assume the economy wannacott self-implode. The cost of living is ridiculous, just hoping I wannacott have to start paying to inhale air at this point. Also really questioning whether leaving my student debts to pay off until later is a good idea. In Australia the interest went up by over 500% and it's set to double again. I could be fine with inflation driving the debt interest rates up if wages were actually indexed to inflation as well, but I think the probability of that is almost zero right now. Just wondering if things in Australia are as bad as they are over here in the USA. Are your wages too low compared to inflation as well? Just curious how the rest of the world is faring CS times. We would have moved but can't. We don't travel. And I just get less things and stuff. It hasn't hugely affected us as we have enough disposable income to live a comfortable life, but we are eating less meat. I'm buying more budget food at the supermarket. We have cut down massively on takeaway/eating out, and I'm now much more conscious about putting the heating on. But our monthly bills have gone up by nearly $550 a month, so I fear in a few months we will be much less comfortable and have to start cutting back more. Fortunately it didn't. We save somewhat less money every month but not noticeable. Over the last year or so I've gotten several small but welcome increases to my pay. In the past, I'd be thrilled. This is the most I've ever made, and I'm blessed to live a life I can comfortably afford, but at this point, inflation is outpacing the raises. My paycheck goes up by $30 and it feels like I get an email that my car insurance is going up by $100 the very next day. Yes, the cost of living increases in wages have not kept up with inflation in my field CSE. Cannot afford to replace stuff when it runs out or gets old/broken, cannot afford fruit, cannot afford to take my cats to the vet or feed them wet food once a day, rent is up $200 because of property taxes skyrocketing. In the state I live in there is no cap on rental increases, and last fall my rent went up 23%. I went to the manager and asked if there was anything I could do, even pointing out that I've never been late on a payment for the last 3 years. They said the owners of the complex had increases in their taxes and they were bringing the complex to market prices. I looked around, but all the 2-bedroom 2-bathroom apartments within 50 miles are the same rent or more. So I guess I should be grateful I was below market before, LOL. I am much more stressed all the time. I have pulled all non-essential groceries off the list, so my kids are annoyed that we don't have fun snacks anymore. I have cancelled all of our streaming services but one. I had to cancel my gym membership. I have had to put my medical appointments on hold for now, because autoimmune diseases are expensive and I cannot afford to keep treating it. I am also thinking about getting a third job. I absolutely hate this, and wish I could move to a lower cost of living area, but my kids are under 18, and I need their father's permission or to petition the court for permission. Well, he has said he wants us to fail, and I am too broke to pay for court. So yay. Just make sure you made the gym cancellation in writing. Some gyms say you have to have it in writing in order for them to cancel, and even then, watch your credit card to see that they don't continue to charge you. We've been tipping a lot more when we go out. Other than that, we've been pretty insulated from price hikes. It helps that we live in a low-income area and have a high household income, and we recognize that we are extremely fortunate through all of this, so we try to give back where we can, including eating out more and tipping at least 25%. That's awesome. I don't buy eggs anymore, I cook more at home, and I keep track of how much gas costs when filling up my car. I messed up an egg the other day while baking, almost cried so. I complain more about costs. My whole family does. Less egg meals. We weren't the type to do many vacations and things anyways, but what we did do has been lowered. It's rough. I sold my sofa, mid-century design classic, and my record player. I am usually quite frugal, but I lost my phone one of the 789 times I fell while skiing on icy slopes yesterday, and I can't afford a new one. Also, my landlord just raised my rent, so thanks a ton for that. My apartment is cold, but my sweet uncle gave me some firewood. I grew up poor, and have always felt a little guilt when times were good, like I'm greedy or frivolous when in fact it's okay to go out to dinner with friends and replace broken shoes. Feels almost like my life is restored to my childhood life really. If you lost your phone on icy slopes, not in powder in the backcountry/woods, there's a good chance someone else might have found it and brought it to the lost and found. I hope you manage to get it back. Much stricter meal planning for grocery shopping. We used to be able to get away with about $65/week to feed us MF3 meals each, but now we're up to $120 for the same. When we see deals on sauces or canned goods or even meats, we stock up and make some random ass meals. We've also subconsciously cut down on travel as the cost to fill up our gas tank has gone up substantially. I grocery shop at Aldi now. I used to go to Trader Joe's and Kroger, but inflation has made groceries so expensive. Idaho's crazy how Kroger stores are so expensive now. They used to be the cheaper store and now I come shopping at Aldi and Walmart. I can't afford solarium and takeaway food anymore, and now I have to cook instead of buying ready-to-eat dishes. During the last 2 months I've been buying groceries with an installment payment. You pay a bill from the store only once a month. We cut our eating to max twice a week. And if we do eat out, we try to stay under $20/person. Our grocery bill for two has skyrocketed, from $60/week to $150+, so less meat, eggs, and cheese recipes. We mostly cook Korean or Indian dishes now because we can bulk them up without a lot of cost. We also eliminated almost all of our travel plans. We had 6 places we wanted to go, but now Idaho's 2. We might eliminate our only international trip too. We usually do a quick new state trip for our combined B-days, but that Idaho's also gone. Yes, we don't go out to eat, we spend even more on groceries and money is so tight it sucks. I just had to do a payment arrangement for my power bill. Sigh. Idaho sucks ass. It's not noticeably changed anything in my lifestyle as we can afford the additional costs. We've always been quite frugal anyway, so there weren't any more places that we wanted to make savings. Like the cost of energy is higher, but we've always kept the house cool, 17°C, and used blankets. Food costs have gone up, but we're still buying relatively cheap stuff because we're vegetarian. The only noticeable effect is we save a little less than we would